Just before we begin, we'd like to give a special shout out to our Patreon members, Karen Morgan and Daniel Gregory. It's people like you that keep this show going, so thank you very much for your support. And if you want to join and find out what fantastic perks are available, you can go over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/MyDaughtersKeeper. Right, let's get on with the episode. My Daughter's Keeper presents The Black Boat, a starter scenario for The Call of the Sea, the Everheart Expedition, a 7th edition Call of Cthulhu campaign by Carlos Ferreira. Episode 3.
I mean, well, they're probably just gonna follow me by the looks of things. I guess I technically outrank them. So yeah, whatever you say, there, lady.
Let's have a spot hidden from everybody as you begin making your way over there. And I suppose also there's a question of whether you want to investigate anything else that you can see.
Oh, someone. Looks like they can see something.
Mm.
I can't.
That'll be
I pass.
excellent. Are you looking at anything in particular, or are you just sort of generalizing there?
Well, first thing I wanted to keep an eye out was obviously this stone. Does it look the same as the boat?
Oh yeah,
They're like pillar sort of thing that you showed us.
yeah.
So I would be looking around for like any more of those sorts of stone like that. But obviously the entire place is stone. But if there looks anything more important, that'd be the part that fascinates me the most.
Mm-hmm. As you...
Outside that, it'd just be a case of just any way to get out, essentially, or.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perhaps you've got a chance to look closer at certainly the pillar right by the quay there as you go past it. It's clear that this is some sort of combination, possibly a puzzle. You can see the symbols. And as you look out across the islet, there's one symbol that you can see repeated on just about every surface that remains standing. It looks like a golden diamond with a distinctive spiral swirl in the middle of it. It's not only on the pillar, but it appears to be on just about all of the buildings. It appears somewhere on all of the standing objects in a golden diamond.
Okay.
You can just about see you'll be able to see the strange box on the what appears to be completely busted up little pile off to the south. Got that building there. And about 20 yards to the north of the island, you can see a large stone pedestal on which a huge statue of a person holding a staff and wearing some kind of mask. It's really intricate in the same geometric style. There are two symbols on the pedestal, one above the other. The statue could be reached if you tried to swim or boat it across somehow. But you're not convinced that there's anything there that would provide any additional information. You can see the symbols from there. One of them is clearly the spiral pattern. You're not sure about the other one. You haven't seen it anywhere else. It looks almost like a handprint rendered into gold.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does this statue look like it's based on my religious beliefs, like a statue of worship?
Oh yeah, you'd certainly say this is some sort of possibly a deity or some very important figure. Certainly somebody who was venerated, if not directly worshipped.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna as we walk through this building, temple, whatever it is, I'm gonna look for any more sort of statues or iconography that I would assume would be religious.
Mm-hmm. You get the feeling that quite a lot of the symbolism has some significance. Right, you're heading towards the main building. The surface of the door is covered with some engravings. This is what you see on the door as you begin to approach the building. On the bottom of the section is a circle. Emanating from it is what you see as a series of lines. On either side of this are two people who look very similar to the large statue near the islet. One of them is holding a star in the palm of their hand, the other a new moon. 3 diamond shapes stand out the top section, along with space for 4.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm guessing the bottom of the 4 diamonds is like an indentation where something is clearly missing?
Yes, yeah. It's clearly there's something missing there. And you realize the little old woman is stood a little way apart from you, facing away from you, looking towards the little islet that's made out of a pile of rubble. Looking at the rather large lizards, and if anyone wants to give me either a psychology or some other kind of insight roll.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll give you one as well. I have a little bit of psychology.
It crashed for a little bit. They weren't good rolls anyway. Psychology's 14, so both fell.
That's 40, isn't it? Cool, that's exactly what I needed.
Oh, excellent. You realize she's looking really longingly at the little island with made of rocks with this weird stone on it, and she turns her big eyes to you and says, "Well, we need to get in there, but the key is over there."
I just nod my head politely, not understanding a word she's saying.
Oh, yeah, because you're speaking in French.
I assume that she's pointing that the key is at the island that we need to get to. And that we're getting to need to get there first and then into the building.
It would be a sensible conclusion to make.
So apparently there's a key to this building. I don't know if anyone wants to just try and break the door first. That's your choice. I will condone you for whatever choice you make. Or we can try and get the key that's on that island. I have no clue how we get to that island.
Do we know what's on the island? Is it the lizards, or
you can see a few lizards around the
I assume there's some.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll try the door. I'll try the door. He's gonna look in. I have.
You've got a mechanical repair. You would probably need at least a hard, if not an extreme.
He'll push this because he really doesn't want to go on the island.
I don't know if you need to push that.
He really.
Yeah, that was a 9. That's got to be an extreme for your mechanical repair.
His is mechanical repair 75.
That's an extreme.
That's a comfortable.
Yeah.
You've got a few tools on you, and you reckon that if you spend a little bit of time with it, you might be able to force the mechanism on the door. It will take you a little bit of time, though.
Yeah, it kind of lets around. Well, I can sort this door open. I can get it open if you. But yeah, if that's okay. If that's okay, if I could just work on
Yeah,
this door.
yeah, okay. We won't go to the island. All right, little lady. The one with the box. He can open the door without the key.
Really? You
Really?
you magic?
I think he is. He's very skilled. I wouldn't be surprised if he did know some magic.
It would take you a good 5-10 minutes of fiddling with the mechanism. You realize really all it is a pressure switch, which you manage to find. And this island is covered in debris of all kinds. You manage to find what looks like a suitable, similar diamond of what looks like gold. I mean, as you pick it up, it's heavy. It's surprisingly heavy, and it looks very much like gold. And you realize that you just have to chip away at a bit of it to create almost a prong system to fit into the almost imperceptible gaps at the edges of this hole, and then you'll be able to push it in and activate the mechanism. It's amazing to you that something this old is so intricate and so advanced, but there it is. Yeah, it takes you a few moments. As you are fiddling with it, if the other two of you would like to give me spot hidden. Ooh. This could be
Drunk out of my mind at the moment.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, I'm probably also just talking to the woman, trying to find out more about this island. So I'm probably not really paying attention if I'm being honest.
Oh, that's a 49 from Kev.
I think that's a fail. Yeah, fail.
Let's see if the lady sees anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, certainly you don't see it, and I am just going to roll for her. She does eventually manage to give you her name in the classic, me, Jane, you, Tarzan. She just taps her chest and goes,
Yeah.
Moeata. Me, Moeata.
Moeata. Moeata.
And
Okay.
as she's doing this, let's see what happens.
She's also very distracted.
Yeah.
Apparently.
She's distracted, which is why she doesn't see that some of the lizards have swum out from across the island, and one of them rakes her across the ankle as it's trying to climb out of the water. It's reached out for her for purchase more than anything. I don't think it's trying to attack her, but the shriek she lets out as it claws at her skin certainly gets your attention, startles Graf, and he ends up tumbling into the water.
Yeah, makes sense.
I need to double check.
Oh, shit!
The rules were about the water. Right.
That's not a good sign.
I'm going to need a swim roll, or a.
I don't think I have swim, funnily enough.
Ooh,
no, I do have swim.
Oh, that's all right then.
It's right at the bottom of my skill list.
It wouldn't surprise me if it didn't.
28, I succeed.
Hey, nice. You very quickly managed to scramble out.
That was not the nicest swim I've had.
And you
Gonna just wipe away water from my eyes.
And you realize that several of these things appear to be swimming towards you, not with malicious intent, but certainly they don't look nice. As the one that's climbed up next to Moeata seems to be just being able to get its purchase on the rock, it sort of lets out a bit of a hiss. And as it does, its mouth opens and you can see this rather unpleasant yellowish stuff in its mouth, which you think, that doesn't look pleasant. That looks possibly venomous. Does Simon or Kaminsky have a weapon?
I don't.
I do.
Kaminsky! Open fire!
Yes. Does what does Kaminsky have?
I have a pistol, I believe.
That sounds about right. You can see this happening now that your attention has been brought to it. If you want to try and take a shot, I'm pretty sure you've got 8 rounds available to you. This
Yes.
rather unpleasant thing. It appears to be, now that it's mostly out of the water, it looks like it's going to try and bite down on Moeata again. If you want to give me your firearms handgun.
That is a fail.
Ooh. That is unfortunate, but it is only a fail rather than a fumble. Your shot goes wide. But I need to roll for the creature because these things are easily startled. Yes, that's a fail on that. It very quickly slinks back into the water. Almost, you think you've perhaps hit it, and then you realise, no, you saw the chunk of rock as the as your shot hit the edge of the islet. It's obviously scared it off. Very well done. That was a bonus, I suppose. There. That one's gone. The others in the water, it's going to take them a couple of minutes to arrive. Certainly, it looks like Klein might have just got the new piece into place. Could I have a strength roll from Klein?
Spend 1 luck, so 65, if I can do that.
If you want to spend the luck to knock that down, then that's the 1 point of luck to make that a pass. Realize that this is going to need slamming home, and you do. You just bring your fist down hard on it, and as you do, you feel it sink home, and with an almighty grinding of stone, the door drops into the floor and disappears. There's a nice open passage in front of you. It's dark, but there is a way out, or at least a way in.
He'll kind of let everyone else know, like, the door's open.
I'm gonna just hop on and climb through. Right, you know first aid, right, Brendan?
Yep.
Chaka, I think she got a bit of a scratch from one of these lizards. Does anyone have anything that we can use to light our path down this way? I'll also pose it in French so that she understands what I'm asking and saying to Brendan.
Does it say what's in the toolbox?
If you want to give me a luck roll to see whether you have, I would have thought you'd have some flint and tinder, but let's have a luck roll and see whether you have anything more useful.
Would be a 23.
Yeah, nice and easy. You've got flint, tinder, and you've also got a small lantern with a candle in it, which you use to hang from the various bits of rigging when you're trying to do work in the dark and poor lighting. Moeata also pulls a very small stub of candle from her pouch and lights it in a similar fashion with
Appreciated.
flint and tinder.
Brendan, check her Matata's data's. I can't remember your name. I'm sorry. When Kaminsky, if you could just keep an eye out on the lizards. They don't like your gun, apparently.
I'll push that.
Okay.
He's looking at me, frantic. He wants to leave.
She's fighting you a little bit on this. She doesn't understand why. Ooh. She just pulls her foot away from you. No.
Alright.
Raises his hands and trying to look. as less intimidating as possible.
I guess she doesn't want us to check to see if how badly it's injured. How about? Do you want to go first, little lady?
Yeah, she looks between the two of you, and yes, when you say to her, she does, and you enter into this room.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the chaos as much as we did. Don't forget, new episodes drop every Sunday and Wednesday, so there's always more trouble just around the corner. If you'd like to dive deeper, you can join us over at the My Daughter's Keeper Patreon. You'll get access to a growing library of exclusive scenarios you won't find anywhere else, entry to our members-only Discord community, and even the chance to take a seat at the table at our backer-only games. Until next time, keep your wits about you, your dice within reach, and just try not to make things worse.